Kevin Acosta here for Pulso Sports, giving my post-match thoughts on Inter Miami 1, Montreal 3. After a convincing 4-1 win against Orlando midweek that solidified Miami's place in the playoffs, this game is very important for Phil Neville and Inter Miami players due to the possibility of having the chance to host a playoff home game. Before diving deep into this game, let's look at the lineup. Inter Miami came out in a 4-3-1-2. In the midfield, saw the return of Captain Gregory, who was absent against Orlando City due to yellow card accumulation, and Vasilev gave another start in the midfield after performing very well against Orlando. At the 10, instead of Bryce Duke and the injured Pozuelo, we saw Robert Taylor giving the nod, as well as accompanying Higuain up top. Due to Campana's injury, we saw Ariel Lassiter. In what was Gonzalo Higuain's last home game at Dry Pink Stadium in front of the Miami crowd, he was given a ceremony. And in the first half, as soon as the whistle blew, it was noticeable the intensity or lack thereof when it comes to Inter Miami's play compared to Wednesday night and their last 6 games, I would say. Montreal were doing well closing down spaces, especially in the midfield, not giving Vasilev the time that he had like against Orlando to look up, drive at the defense. Ismael Kone was doing a good job marking Jean Mota, not letting him build out the back. This Miami side at times looked like earlier in the season, especially the game against Austin, own mistakes hurting them badly. Montreal pressing players Mota, Gregory, these are the players that help relieve some of the pressure and help Miami build from the back. The onus was more on the defenders having that responsibility, which led to a bad back pass. A big mistake by Drake Callender, not able to clear the ball, leads to Montreal's first goal. Now, due to this diamond formation 4-3-1-2, Miami was very narrow in their play. Montreal, with their wingbacks, was able to cause a whole bunch of damage, with Lappalainen keeping Yedlin and Lowe busy. In the first half, talking about Inter Miami's attacking prowess, there was very little to be desired. Taylor showing that he's not really a number 10. When the strikers are not having that service, we saw Gonzalo Higuain do what Gonzalo Higuain did the past few seasons, and before Pozuelo dropped back. Over the past few games when he's been the hottest striker in the league, they're in the box or just outside the box is where he has to be fed. Most of Miami's attacking play was more sheer will, plays combining and trying to get space and open up a shot. Montreal were very compact and limiting Miami. This was a big factor throughout the whole game. Montreal would break a line in the midfield, either score a goal or were poised to get a good chance at scoring, with Miami's most dangerous player being Lassiter, being one of Chris Sanderson's and Inter Miami's best signings, ending the season with 4 goals and 4 assists. In the second half, Phil Neville tried to course correct to go with a 5-3-2. At this point, Montreal was pretty much in the front seat, not letting Inter Miami get on the ball. With the introduction of Bryce Duke in the second half, Miami were a little bit more offensive. Around the 58th minute, when Gonzalo Higuain was subbed out, it was pretty noticeable that all focus had shifted to the playoff match. With one of the subs seeing the debut of Harvey Neville, getting into the box and whipping in a cross that caused Montreal's own goal, kept Miami in 6th place, being the most positive take from this game. The objective of making the playoff was reached, for especially the beginning of the season, had my doubts. On the line one day.